Tell us more about the whenever y'all were actually filming the music video for Rise of the Flatline down there at the V in McMinnville.
The music video we actually shot completely ourselves. Tony shot several of the shots, and then my girlfriend Samantha actually shot several of the shots. She helped us out a lot. Obviously, Tony can't be behind the camera when he's in front of the camera. Yeah. We've tried that a few times. It doesn't work out well.
It's
so
like like a lot of selfies.
Just a lot of blurs. Yeah.
A lot of
the selfie stick only goes so far. But yeah. So Samantha helped us actually physically shoot the video, and Tony and myself, and I think a little bit of all of us actually kind of came up with the plot line. We just really wanted to we wanted to put out there the show that we put on. We know we put on a killer live show, and so we wanted the video to kind of represent that and just kind of take it from that angle.
So whose idea was it to put your girlfriends and wives on,
I think it was Ty's idea.
right behind Jacob?
I think that was Ty's idea.
I think I said something like, my wife's name is Kayla, and I said, Kayla, hold this guitar, or something like that, while I was doing something else. And she probably put it on as a joke, and then I think Ty said something about it. They're like, hey, we should have all the wives in there. I'm like, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So it's kind of impromptu. But
yeah. It was kind of a
amazing
throw together idea.
So this music video can be seen on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, and it's actually been shared by. And we're huge in Russia right now.
Yeah.
For some reason, I've had a lot of Russian guys get with us lately, and they're like, "Hey, we love your music. We want to put it on our websites and stuff like that." And they're like, "You can't read it because it's in Russian, but I promise you it's good." Stuff like that. And I'm like,
yeah,
sounds good to me.
I've always loved Russia.
So our first world tour will probably start
Russia.
Start there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And also, we've got The Pain, which you've already covered, and Storms and Rain. Tell us more about Storms and Rain.
I wrote that song a long time ago. It was when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and we were together for a long time. And that was kind of like, honestly, my first love, my first true love. And I wrote it after we broke up, and it was just, we were both changing so much. We were growing up is what we were doing, and she was a couple years younger than me, and it was just how bad that I wanted to show her that we can do this if we just try. But we were young and she didn't want to try, and that was my one and only. That hurt, but there is a beautiful side to it, because I knew in the back of my mind that we could. So it's bittersweet, really. And when I sing that song, I don't feel sad. It makes me actually happy, because if it wasn't for those situations, I wouldn't be where I am now. And so it's more or less about knowing that you can do it, even if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, since you guys are in really nice, steady relationships, seems like that you have a lot of heart and a lot of just beauty about you. So, to all the men out there who are watching, we're going to ask you about relationship advice. Tony, we're going to start with you. Tell us what it takes to have a strong marriage.
Compromise. 100%. I mean, no relationship is perfect, and all of our songs are based off of past relationships, and it's inspiring, and like Jacob said just now, I mean, you you get to a point to where, you know, you live and you learn, as they say. And, you know, if I did something the same, like if I did something and I broke my toe and then I did it again and I broke my other toe, I'm not going to do it again because I know I'm probably going to break another toe. But my point is that, you know, once you grow, you know, once you grow with those people that you used to be with, and you get to where you are now, and you find that person, you know, and I believe I truly have found that person. And, you know, I've been lucky enough to have her stick around with me for several years now. And, you know, she's given me, you know, my beautiful daughter, as well as, you know, whatever the next one's going to be. And,
Whatever this is.
yeah, whatever that one is, yeah. And, you know, I mean, you know, if compromise wasn't a part of our relationship, it would have never lasted. Because, you know, I always tell people it's like arguing with a shoe. I mean, there's really no point. I mean, she's going to win every time, and that's totally fine, you know, and that's about it, compromise. So.
Okay. Jacob, tell us about what you have learned that has made you to be able to, I guess, in his words, compromise. Sometimes you have to give a little and take a little, but ultimately, what do you think that it is that has kept you together so long?
I totally agree with everything Tony just said. Also, I'm going to go with another C word, and that is communication.
Yes.
To me, that's always kind of been number one. I want to, you know, I don't want to be with a girl because she's beautiful and or hot and because, you know, the rocking body and she's really, you know, everyone knows her. And if I'm with her, I'm good, you know. I want to be with a girl that's my best friend. Also as my partner, you know, I don't, it's about communication and about being best friends with that person and not just confiding in them for love and support, but confiding in them for everyday issues and struggles, and knowing without a shadow of doubt that, you know, when you come home, you'll have someone to talk to that can, you know, help you resolve and make you feel better. So.
Okay, and Craig, tell us more about your relationship. How long have y'all been together?
Samantha and I have actually been together for about 6 months, actually. We're probably the newest relationship in the band.
Yeah, Ty's like 12 or 13 years strong now.
Yeah. so I'm definitely the youngest relationship. But I think as far as questions like that have to do with how relationships work or the best way to make things work, I think honesty. Not to break up the C train that was going on there, but honesty, I think, to me is just that ability to be open with somebody and to be completely who you are, and be comfortable enough to be that person around that other person. Because we all put on masks and we all put on ideas of what we think the world wants to see, but it's nice to be able to come home and just be comfortable and just be you.
That's the C word right there.
Yeah. Comfortable.
There you go.
There it is.
So tell us about the other member that is not here, Ty Downing.
Mm-hmm.
How long has he and his wife been together?
I'd say like 12, 13 years, something like that.
13 years.
Yeah.
Do they have any children?
He does, yes.
Okay. Very nice.
Mhm.
So if he were here, what do you think that he would say?
I have no idea. I mean, Ty's just like the nicest dude ever.
He
really is.
He's so humble, and he's the best thing. He was like, you know, we're all links, but like we really needed him, and we didn't know it. We didn't know how bad we needed him until he came to us, and you know, until he sat down and played, and we were like, there was never a doubt. You're the dude.
Yeah. The angels descended from heaven and held a solid G note. Yes, that's it.
Yes.
We are sitting here in Tony Grissom's studio. This is Verona Valley Studios. And we actually at home want to know more about how Verona Valley Studios got its name.
We're in McMinnville now. There's a place not too far from here called Viola. And I used to ride with my grandfather in like a parade. He had like donkeys and a wagon and the whole thing, you know. And I'd wear my little overalls and we'd go ride in something called the Viola Valley Parade. And I thought Viola Valley was like the coolest name I've ever heard in my life. Well, I couldn't use Viola Valley because I didn't live there, nor was I from there. We just went there every once in a while. And, you know, I think I was in school at the time, and we were reading Romeo and Juliet. And Verona is the city that they lived in. And I was just like, Viola Valley, Verona Valley. I was like, that's it, that's perfect. So, haven't changed it ever since, you know. So,
So, are you a Shakespeare fan by any chance?
We could say that, yeah. I guess we could say that. I'm more of a fan of their accents than I.
Yes.
I'd
Yes.
be so much cooler if I had that accent.
We all would.
So, is your band sponsored by anybody?
Our drummer is endorsed by Risen Drums. You can find him on the family page on risendrums.com. As for the rest of us, none of us have an endorsement. I think all of us are too much of gearheads to really,
Yeah.
with drums you have a set of drums. You can't get like, a Thomas snare and then a Risen Tom. I mean, you just they all match, So for the rest of us, we're too much of gearheads and gear snobs to really get one endorsement, I think. I like a lot of different stuff, so.
Okay, Risen Drums, how do you spell that?
RISEN,
Okay, and their website would be?
risendrums.com, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice.
Good faith-based company, and they're really supportive of Ty, and they like what we do, so it's really cool seeing his name. We use that as almost like a pitching point. It's like, hey, you can find his name next to a bunch of other really nice names, like Lester Estelle, for example. He plays for Pillar, Kelly Clarkson, a bunch of other bands. He lives in Nashville, and then you got other bands on there that are just fantastic. So it's nice seeing, Ty Downing as yourself right next to all these other large names.
That is amazing.
Pillar, Kelly Clarkson, all that stuff like that.
That is amazing. So, as far as I know who has inspired you musically, but artist of today, who would you like to see yourself perhaps opening up for that perhaps may open other doors for you musically?
I think we'd all have a different answer to that, but
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with you, Tony.
I would say Breaking Benjamin. Sorry, I know that was probably your answer, but.
Opening up for, I like to give it a little mix up, and we like doing backing tracks and all that good stuff. I would really enjoy.
I know what you're gonna say now.
What? Oh, okay.
As soon as you said backing tracks, I knew exactly what you was gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Red.
No.
It would be good too, though. Red
That would be amazing.
That would
Those
be
guys are
fantastic.
awesome. They're good Christian, down to earth people. I would love to open for them. But as far as opening doors, you're gonna need someone. It would be my honor to open up for Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I actually got to see him this January, and I'm a YouTubeaholic, so I look at interviews and live videos all the time. Those guys put on one of the most solid shows, and they're all so down to earth and awesome people. So not only would I want to tour with them for that reason, because they're not a bunch of douchebags, but if Linkin Park can't open doors, I don't know who else could.
And Craig, tell us about who you would like to open up for.
I think Chevelle. I think we could do a really us and Chevelle would put on a really fantastic tour together. I really think we could blow some people's minds. I think.
Okay, this is the band As Yourself. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Reverb
Instagram.
Nation.
Instagram, all the major sites.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Middle Tennessee Music. This is Tisha Emberton signing off. Thank you.